Hello, welcome to episode 17 of What If Civilization Started Over. I forgot what episode it was for a second. Anyways, to start off this, I have updated the power rankings. So, the 10th strongest country is this, like Turkey country over here. The ninth is this, like Indonesian country over here. The 8th is Japan. 7th is the yellow team. 6th is who's 6th again? What is 6? Oh, 6 is the country over here. What's it called again? Belica. 5th is the Caucasus Empire. 4th is the Dutch team. 3rd is third, which was probably going to surprise a lot of you, is actually this Swedish country, and I say it's going to surprise because they were not on the list last time, and now they're in third. Second is the Lion team, and first is Japan. Did I say China, not Japan? Why did I say Japan? It's China. Anyways. Uh, another thing that's going to happen is showing this, you'll notice that there's these dark red circles now, and those are dictatorships. So this country here is a dictatorship. This country got its independence in the last episode when it broke away from the pink team, and also China is a dictatorship. And this rebellion group here that broke away, they, if you look at trade routes, what layer is this? 9, I think. And if you look at the trade routes, you notice that this trade route goes right through it. To get from like China to over here, you have to go through this trade route here. And this rebellion actually had help from China to break away, as that way, because, well, there's been some information about China that has been discovered. China did not want to get known, the government did not want to get known, but some information got leaked that actually is why the that actually let me turn off that actually is why this alliance has so much members. It's because of that, like some information. What that information is will be revealed to you later, but these countries know it, but these countries down over here don't know it, and that is why China wanted this help this break away in return. They will not let this information get through here, so that's also why they're trying. Another reason why they want to make this trade out over here is so they can get that information over here about the truth about China. So, and while China and the pink team were on good terms, China knows that if the pink team found out this information, they would be against China. So they're managing to keep it a secret. Anyways, hope that wasn't too confusing. Also, I did update the trade routes between episodes, so you can see all of them now. Down here, there's no trade routes because most of the countries down here hate each other. Speaking of which, we're going to go down here where I want to see another country join this alliance for starters. That being, which way is alliances again? Is this it? That's trade routes. I think it was that way. It's 8, I think. Anyways, we want to see another country join this alliance. That country being this blue country over here. What this alliance is, what this alliance's goal is to wipe out any country that is not part of this alliance. So, we want to see them start doing that as we see this country here invade into this country here. So they send troops into it. and they quickly take the capital. While this is happening, we see this country get involved, who does not know about the plans of no one who isn't, other than these four, no one knows about the alliance really. But we see this country start invading into here. However, right afterwards, this orange country starts invading into it, so that's not good. And they quickly push in, and they push up here, get up to the city and take it. With that, we see this country push into over here, and then push into the rest of this. And with that, they will, in the treaty, this country will get all this, and this country will get all of that. So that's pretty simple. With that, we can remove the capitals of these two countries as they no longer exist. So, where's the 3? There it is. That one needs to get major city put there. So there we go. Anyways, going up to this pink country, we actually see a breakaway over here that looks like this, with this land getting cut off from it. And if that wasn't bad enough, we then see another breakaway right here. I don't like that color. I can't see the capital very well with it. So let's do like this color here. There. It looks something like this. We'll then see another breakaway up in the north. That looks like this. And soon after, just a bunch of breakaways will start to happen as we see another one over here. And then the final one will be right here. So with that, this country has just completely fallen apart. This breakaway up here will actually join the red team as they broke away because they want to be part of the red team. The rest of these though will stay independent countries for now, and also this one, due to being cut off, they're just going to break away as well. So they will look like this. So with that, we can give them all capitals. So the capital of this country will be right there, 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 and then there. So there we go. And then the final thing we want to see is we want to see this dark blue country up here expand into explore and expand. So they will explore this land around here. And we'll expand into it. As they now look like this. Speaking of expanding, the dark gray country over here will also be expanding as they continue to expand down Madagascar. They won't expand too much though, as they did, they were just in a war, which while they won and didn't really suffer much, it did still take up some money to pay the people to fight in that war. But anyways, going on, we're going to go over here, we're going to see this country here continue to expand as they expand and take a bunch of this island that they of the land on this island that had been discovered previously. We'll also see them explore more of this land as they explore further up the island. And eventually we'll see them make a landing over here and explore this land here. Meeting up with the blue team. They explore over here as well. And eventually they will claim these islands here along with all of this land here. Then we will see them and the leader of the blue team sit down and split up the rest of this land, so it'll look something like this, with them each gain part of it. This country will also expand on Java as they discover all of it, and also these islands along here. And then they'll take all of it. They'll also expand over here as they explore along here and down throughout here, and also a bit up here. Anyways, going back up to China, there's actually going to be a rebellion inside of them, as we see this area over here start to rebel. As we see the entire world start to rebel, apparently. Anyways, we see this rebellion break out. With this, China will start pushing into the rebellion and quickly take these two cities here. They're continuing to push throughout. However, then other areas along here start to break away. With this, China will just have to deal with them as they push into here. And you might notice that these rebellions seem to be pretty close to a country that is in an alliance. Almost like maybe that country and the entire alliance had something to do with this rebellion. Unlikely though. Anyways, this rebellion will push back a bit while China dealt with that down there. However, eventually China will start to push back into here. They eventually cut this part off. With this, a bunch of troops are here, and these rebels are going to run down this way over towards here. With this entire area will fall, and soon after, China will push into the rest of the rebellion and will eventually capture this city, which was kind of like the capital of the rebellion. This is where like the leaders were at. With this, a lot of the leaders are killed. A few manage to escape and get down to this city, and some decide to leave and go over here with the rest of the rebels, which I'll get to in a second. But soon after, the rest of the rebellion falls, and with that, China's dealt with the rebellion. We can color these back. No, not Vietnam. We can color these back to that. As for the rebels that escaped, they go down here. I'm gonna make that a different color actually, because it's a bit too close to China. So let's make it like this, like purplish color here. We'll see. The rebels make their own country over here. With this, they will explore up towards this right here. And also they'll explore down over here. Along with that, Vietnam and this Thailand, Cambodian country will explore the rest of this land here. And these three will then meet up to discuss how this land should be split, with Thailand, Cambodian country getting this land here, Vietnam getting this land along here. And the new country here will get all of this land here. They also need a capital, so their capital will be right there. And with that, we have that part done. Going back up here, we see the explorers continue to explore throughout here. As they explore around these lakes. And that's all we see for this now. Going over here, back towards China and this area along here, we're actually going to see another alliance form, this one being formed by China, so this will be the Circle Alliance, and it will consist of China, along with two other countries, those being this, oh, no, okay, what? Those being this country here that does not like its neighbors, and this country here that also does not like its neighbors. This alliance is more so just China defending these two countries, as they all don't like the Triangle Alliance, so they decide to form their own alliance against it. However, speaking of the Triangle Alliance, they're actually going to get another member. That's where it is. And that member will be none other than Japan, which is the 8th strongest country in the world. With this, the two alliances are probably about equal. And then there's another country joined that probably should have joined sooner, but that being this country up here. This country is explorers from the Triangle Alliance, and this country was made so they could was basically made so that they would be closer to the land that needed to be explored and also start setting up the trade out here. Speaking of the Triangle Alliance, we want to see them expand, as this country will expand into all of this land along here. And we will also see the red country expand. As they expand along here. And then this pink country will take also a lot of land as well, taking all of this land here. Anyways, now we will go over here to the Lime team, who will also be exploring. As they explore further into Africa. And it takes a lot of work, as this is the Saharan desert, but they will explore with help from their ally, the blue country here. And eventually they will explore a lot of this land along here. The purple country will also help. So basically the entire square alliance is helping. And to make it the entire square alliance, we will also see the yellow country explore more into Africa, as they explore further in like this. We'll also see them explore a lot of the land along here. And then the yellow team will move into a lot of this land as they move into this land along here as well, for moving into all of this land here. The purple team will also expand as they expand into all of this land along here. We then see the lion team make their expansion, expanding into all of this land along here. And this blue team will get all of this land along here. If I can color this, that is. Going down here, this country first came into existence like 2 episodes ago, and we're going to see them expand a bit more. As they expand down over here, they're sticking to the coast mostly. And also up here a bit. Going back to where they came from, they'll expand in a little bit, but not much, as they're mostly just sticking towards the coast. They're probably like the least developed and probably one of the weakest. Well, the weakest are probably like these few here that just came into existence. But this country is pretty weak. Going up here, I hinted at this in the last episode, 2 episodes ago, but we're going to see these 2 countries over here go to war. As we see something happen, and this country just starts invading the orange country, quickly taking this city here. They'll also invade over here and get pretty close to towards taking the city. However, that's as far as they're going to get, as well. The orange country's a lot stronger than them, and they'll push back down and push them out over here and also over here, and then start pushing into the pink country. These 2 hate each other. However, one of them is just a lot more stronger than the other. So the pink team was kind of dumb for starting this war. Along with that, there were some people in the pink team who weren't really happy with the pink team, and we see them break away. With this, the pink team will agree to peace, and the orange team will take all the land that they had already pushed into, and this country gets independence. This new country needs a capital, and the capital will be in the one major city, so pretty easy there. We're then going to see this new country expand a little bit. As they expand into this land over here. Speaking of countries that are expanding, we have the purple team, who is continuing to explore further up here, and we're actually going to see them get up here and meet up with this country here, which is also exploring into this land. And then eventually, with all these countries, will eventually explore all of this land here. Then we're going to see the purple team claim land as they take this land here. They're also going to explore this way a bit and start expanding over here as they expand into this land here. Going over towards this country that is pretty new. We want to see them expand as, well, first we want to see them explore as they explore into this land along here. And we'll then see them expand as they take all of this land along here. All this land that they just explored. And now they look like this. It's just a bigger version of what they previously looked like. Down here, the red team and this pink team really hate each other. And, like, I mean, they hate each other a lot. And we're actually going to see the pink team forming an alliance with the green team, and the red team forming an alliance with the purple team. With this, we see the formation of the Star Alliance, and also the formation of, what are the shapes I use for this? The Trapezoid Alliance. And the Trapezoid Alliance will not just be these two, as they are actually going to get another member. That being this country here, which also hates the red team. They have not forgiven the red team for what they did. However, the red team is actually going to get... This is supposed... What? That's supposed to be a star. Why is that not a star? Anyways, star. With this, the star team will try to find another member to join their alliance, and another country that hates this country and has been allies with the red team historically, the country up here, will join. This makes a lot of these countries along here kind of worried about this Star Alliance, as they, like every country here along here, has been at war with them at some point. With this country and the other country at some point, so squares are a bit worried about this, but they don't really do much for now. However, there will be another member to them, that being the... Wait, that's... However, there will be a new member to them, and that member will be this country here, which was a rebellion that formed in the red team during the war in episode 10. They want to join, as they're kind of worried about the red team. They don't want to become part of that again, so they'll join the squares. Anyways, going back up over here, we want to see this country expand again. I don't think they've expanded, and well, actually they expanded down here a few episodes ago, but they're going to expand as they expand into this land along here. And we're also going to come over here where we see this island get discovered by the purple team down here, the Scottish team. They'll also discover this island. And we're actually going to come over here where we're going to see landing over here, not by the purple team, the purple Scottish team. However, the purple Scottish team do make a landing over here. The landing over here was actually the Norwegian team. With this, the explorers will go down here and eventually meet up with each other. And with this, they'll work together to start exploring Greenland, but not Greenland, Iceland. However, maybe in this universe it will be called Greenland, as, well, they're more green than this country, than this area up here. So, who knows, maybe in this universe they get called Greenland. Maybe they still are named Iceland, who knows. Anyways, that is where this episode will be ending. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.